Looking back, 1904, a peek into the past. America outdoors in 1904, a busy shopping district in New York City. At the turn of the century, America's towns and cities were growing quickly. Families like Samantha sometimes wanted to get away from crowds and noise and air that was gritty with coal soot. So in the summer, they left their city homes for outdoor vacations in the mountains or the seashore. Railroads made travel to vacation spots quick and easy. Some families went to resort hotels and stayed for a week or two. Wealthy people like Grandmary often spent the entire summer at their own vacation camps. These camps were not like the summer camps some children go to today. Instead, they were large summer homes, often on private mountain lakes. There, the outdoor air was clear and fresh. The scenery was beautiful, and vacationers could pretend they were roughing it like pioneers in the wilderness. Roughing it on vacation was very different from living like a real pioneer. A vacation home like Grandmary's was made of logs, but it was not a one-room cabin in the woods. It had a huge main lodge, several sleeping cabins for guests, and smaller cabins for servants too. Sometimes all these buildings were joined by covered walkways. City people took trains to mountain camps like this one. People use the walkways to go from place to place without ever really being outdoors. That was hardly roughing it. Furniture made from tree limbs made log vacation houses seem more rustic. Deer hooves were used as hooks on walls, and antlers were made into chandeliers too. Often elk and moose heads hung above fireplaces for decoration, and there were bearskin rugs on the floor. Hunting, especially for large animals, was popular with men who wanted to carry on the traditions of rugged pioneers. But real pioneers had hunted for food. In 1904, hunting was a sport. Wild animal heads and rustic furniture made vacationers feel they were roughing it. In 1904, people dressed up even when relaxing outdoors. Although they pretended to live like pioneers in the wilderness, more vacationing American families lived the same kind of lives in the woods as they did in their city homes. They traveled with servants who cleaned, cooked, and served them fancy meals. Vacationers packed huge trunks and suitcases full of clothes so that they could always look just right. They read outdoor magazines and catalogs so that they would have the proper outfits and equipment for hiking, hunting, and fishing. Swimming and hiking costumes. Even when they were roughing it, girls like Samantha were expected to wear dresses and long stockings, never shorts. They swam in very proper bathing costumes or itchy wool swimming suits. Women dressed just as they did in the city, changing from morning to afternoon dresses during the day and putting on fancy evening clothes for dinner. Families like Samantha's loved their summer vacations and carried happy memories of outdoor days back to their city homes. They displayed collections of stones and shells they found and hung photographs and paintings of outdoor scenes on their walls. They kept albums of pressed leaves and wildflowers. Many people painted the vacation scenery. They even made little pillows of pine needles to remind them of the spicy smell of forest air. But some people realized it was important to save more than just memories of the outdoors. They saw that by 1904, most of America's frontier was gone. Railroads crisscrossed the country. The wilderness was disappearing, and they wanted to save it. John Muir worked hard to save America's forests. He started the Sierra Club, which you can still join today if you are interested in preserving the outdoors. John Muir, fourth from right, helped to save California's huge redwood trees. President Theodore Roosevelt is standing fourth from left. Sarah and James Phillip worked to protect buffalo herds. Sarah and James Phillip kept the buffaloes from becoming extinct or dying out. Every buffalo alive in America today was probably descended from a herd they worked hard to save. America's president in 1904, Theodore Roosevelt, added more land to our national forests than any president before or after him. Today, you and your family can take a summer vacation in Yosemite National Park, look at towering redwood trees in Muir Woods, and still see buffalo because at the turn of the century, those Americans cared about saving the wilderness for us. President Theodore Roosevelt, front right, Yosemite National Park. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.